Alright YouTubers, what's going on? We are back with another traditional knife. I know a lot of traditional knives lately on the channel, but that's kind of been my obsession lately, so you guys get to come along for the ride. We are looking at another Great Eastern Cutlery, which is pretty much the majority of all of my traditional knives, minus one I believe. This is the Farm & Field tool number 71 bullnose. This is made of 01 tool steel, so another high carbon steel, but a little bit better edge retention there than the 1095. Great Eastern Cutlery. Got the model. This is the natural canvas micarta. Now, this variation, the 71, are pretty hard to find these days unless you want a orange Darylin. If you want something nice like the micarta, you're going to have a hard time finding it. They do have the new version, which is the 21, which is quite a bit larger. Now this is, for me, pretty much the higher, longer end, doesn't seem right. I guess the higher end of the size that I'm going to go with a slip joint. You can see next to the Sabenza, it's very close. Maybe, I mean, it's almost identical in length. So it's almost a primary EDC, not like a secondary EDC knife. But it is gorgeous. Look at this natural micarta. Just, they call this natural. It's like a, obviously a brown, but look at the attention to detail here on the pivot. Farm & Field, USA. Get your nice lanyard hole there. There we go, little focus. See, it's got a half stop, and the spring is flush in the half stop position. It's got nice walk and talk. No grittiness, nice and smooth. And there is your bull nose on the blade there. This one does have a little patina forming. And Farm & Field tool made in the USA. GEC 01 tool, Titusville, Pennsylvania. It's razor sharp. So, such a good slicer, such a good cutter. Love this design. The bullnose is, have a buddy said this is pretty much the only slip joint you need, and that could be a very true statement, because the ergonomics on this thing, as you get that in your hand, it just fits perfect. It's just comfortable. One thing I will say with some traditional knives is they do have some hot spots. They're not as ergonomic and comfortable as modern folders sometimes, but this is not one of those instances. This is extremely comfortable, great ergonomics, just a great user knife. This is something that you're gonna put to use. 01 tool steel is gonna hold its edge pretty good amount of time too. It is high carbon though, and you can tell there is patina forming on this, which a lot of guys are into that, and that's fine. It's already got one forming, so I'll probably roll with it. If it was a brand new knife, I'd pick this up at the secondary market. I'd probably kind of prevent the patina from forming with the Aegis solution that I use. And I've actually been requested by a couple of viewers to do a video on this stuff, so I probably will, but I use this on my high carbon steel knives, and it prevents any kind of rust or corrosion, so it's good stuff. Back, sorry, the camera battery is about to die. Let's go ahead and give you some dimensions. Now, the thing about traditionals is they are measured closed length. You look at, and someone says it's a 3 3/4 inch, which this is actually slightly longer than 3 3/4 inches. But that's the closed length. They don't really tell you the blade length. Now the blade length on this knife, for those that do care, is just a hair over 3 inches. Now your cutting edge is more like just a hair under 3 inches. But your overall blade is about 3 inches. So, like I said, compared to the small Sabenza, it's a very comparable size knife. I mean, they're almost identical in length and size. So, weight on this baby. Let's take a look-see. Get the scale out. The bullnose comes in at a nice 2.5 ounces, so almost exactly the same weight as the Sebenza. So you get a nice EDC. This is one you could use as a full size. You know, this could be your primary blade. Pair it with a smaller Swiss Army knife, or a, you know, maybe another traditional, something like that. Or just, you know, use it by itself. It's definitely very capable of any task you're going to throw at it. It's got such good action. Listen to that snap. It's beautiful. It's very smooth. Get you a nice walk there. Talking. Some walking and talking. You probably hear that terminology on traditional knives, and that's kind of what it's referring to. The walk is how it opens. You know, if you feel any smoothness there, and the talk is kind of that snap right there you get. The talk can also be on the way down. So if you ever heard that and you're wondering what that meant, there you go. There's a little history lesson, something I learned recently because I'm new to traditional knives. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention in a couple of my videos that I've done on traditionals, one thing that's important to a lot of guys that like traditionals is, can you pinch the blade open? You know, can you get your fingers on there without using the nail nick and pinch it open? On this one, you absolutely can. No problem. I would probably rate these at about a 6, though. It's got a little more pull than some of my others. Look, I've got the Yankee Jack right here. And this one you cannot pinch, really only because of the secondary blade, but yeah, this is more of a 4. This is definitely closer to a 6. So on the pull, but yes, you can pinch that open, no problem, or you can use the nail nick if you got nails. I don't have much for nails, but I like to leave something on there. Good centering, as you'd expect from GEC, and zero play in the blade. Just solid as a rock. So just a great slip joint, guys. Great design. The number 21 bull nose from GEC, Great Eastern Cutlery. Excuse me, I said 21. It's the 71. The 21's the larger brother. So if you want something a little bigger, go with the 21. The 71 is in my opinion, the best size of this model, and the one that's really hard to find right now. So you're gonna have to look on the secondary market, like I said, unless you want the bright orange Darlin handles, and then those are available right now. So, alright guys, any questions or comments on this one? Leave them down below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.